Setsuki's ninja port is a move that gives new players a lot of trouble in Fantasy Strike. In this video, I'm going to break down how this move works and how to deal with it. I'm going to break down the ninja port into three parts. There's the initial dash, and then the two follow-ups. You have the kick and the throw. So the dash, Setsuki's going to move towards the opponent, and after a few frames she'll disappear, and she'll be invulnerable once she does that. And then she's going to do her first hit, and then after that she'll do whatever follow-up there is. And if you're close enough, the dash will cause the move to cross up. And the other thing is, if you are at the right distance, the dash will actually combo into the follow-up, which really limits your options to deal with it. Okay, and then so we have the kick. The kick is actually going to be invulnerable. You can see that she's flashing white, so you can't really beat it with anything unless you are also invulnerable. It also breaks armor. And then lastly, the throw. So the throw is going to obviously cover blocking the kick. If you try to block, then you'll get grabbed. Okay, so what are the options to deal with this? Well, the universal options are, if you know that they're going to do the kick, then you can just block, and you can see that we're minus 13 when they block our kick. And it's always going to predictably cross up or not cross up depending on what distance they're at. So now I can just punish it because the kick came out and it's very negative. Okay, so what if they do the throw? Well, I can't block the throw. So instead, if I know they're going to throw, I can jump and do some sort of attack that hits them on the follow-up. So those are the options everybody has. If you guess right, you can always block and punish, or jump and punish. Okay, well, what if you don't want to guess? Well, if you have an invincible reversal, then you don't care if it's a kick or if it's a throw. After they do their move, then you just do your reversal and it beats it. And if they do the throw, doesn't matter, same thing beats it. I'll show some examples of what you can use to beat it in this manner. Another way of dealing with these is if you have a move that lets you peek at it. You don't have to guess that way. You just use the move and you can say, oh, it's a kick or it's a throw. For example, Argagard here, he's going to see that, he's going to block, and he's going to do his punish. And then, of course, if it's the throw, then he jumps. No problem. Okay, the last thing I want to note here is some more advanced stuff. You can use spacing and counter poking to beat this move. For spacing, it's just there's a specific range for the move, and more importantly, I want to point out that the throw has shorter range than the kick. So this is round start distance, and if I do the throw, it's gonna whiff. So if she does kick or she does throw, it's gonna get punished. So just know your spacing and you can help stop that. And then the other thing is you can counter poke it if, like, maybe if you're plus or something, you can hit a button and counter hit it before it comes out, or you can try to stuff the move when it comes in, because when she dashes, she's vulnerable for a little bit right when she appears. This only works if you're far enough away, but you can do that, stuff the move. There's a bit of risk to it because you might end up doing this, getting counter hit for 2 damage, but it is something to be aware of.